If you like this video, make sure to visit our Vimeo page and follow us to get the latest update.
So let's start.
Yeah.
So Soumya, so you told that you already worked on data extension and everything, but can you tell me what all are the data models available into Marketing Cloud? How many types of data model we have? Because in order to proceed with higher concepts, in order to proceed with individual studios, builders, and everything, in order to design automation, journeys, workflows, triggers, and each and everything, we would require to have a basic understanding of data model. So can you tell me, Mark, how many types of data model Marketing Cloud consists of, and what are those, and what are the benefits and pros and cons of those models?
So when you
If,
say data model,
right.
can you help me with what you're asking, because I didn't get your question exactly.
Data model, a type of data model. What is a data model? Data model is nothing but a database. Okay, a type of database in which you can distribute your data. See, Marketing Cloud is a marketing automation platform. What is marketing automation? Marketing automation is nothing but bringing together data from different touch points and automating frequent processes. So what are the different touch points from where we can bring the data? Suppose we have a website, suppose we have a CRM, like you are using Sales and Service Cloud, suppose that is a CRM. We have an e-commerce website, or we have a physical store where you are getting data or feeding data manually into the system. Suppose I went into your store, so you have asked my first name, last name. So these all are the touch points from which we can get the data. So with all these touch points, we will have so the data coming from all these touch points has to be stored into a certain fashion. Okay, because Marketing
Yeah.
Cloud is not only a email sending or mobile push SMS sending software, but it is more kind of a database management system which facilitates the concept of data-driven marketing. What was traditional way of marketing? We had done newspaper publishes, advertisements over television and all. With the evolution of technology, with technology being more affordable, people are now getting on more and more smart devices. So using those smart devices like laptop, computers, smartphones, smartwatches, they interact with brands. So nowadays, we have a digital shop in the form of e-commerce. We have websites, individual brands websites. So people are interacting using those smart devices with the brands available digitally. So with their interaction, a data is getting generated. So suppose I went and I visited your website. That means you have my data that I visited your website. Suppose I went and purchased some product from your website, suppose I went to Amazon and purchased any product, that means I have generated some sort of data there. So Marketing Cloud will have, so you have to first identify the type of data model which you are going to build. Then you can use that particular data model for your marketing communications. So bringing together data from different touch points, you have to store the data locally. So there are two type of data models which Marketing Cloud possess. That is a list-based data model and a data extension or contact-based data model. Not data extension-based data model, but to be more precise, contact-based data model. You must have heard about lists. You must have heard about data extensions, right? But why there
Yes.
are two type of data types? Why there are two type of tables? There is a specific significance behind that. So in general, so coming short, not short, actually coming to the point, Marketing Cloud has two type of data models. The first is list-based data model, and the second one is data extension-based data models. So, what is a list-based data model? List-based data model is a non-relational data model. That means you cannot create relationships between two different lists. So, we suppose we want to store some sort of data about a customer. Suppose whenever a customer comes, okay, whenever a customer comes to our website, we ask that customer to sign up. What we collect first name, last name, email address, phone number, date of birth, all the basic gender, all the basic details or personal details about that particular customer. Suppose that customer went and signed up on Amazon. Amazon will ask these basic information in order to get that particular customer signed up on their website. So now where is that data getting stored? Because when suppose that person goes and purchase something, Amazon has to send the invoice, okay, or Amazon has to send the warranty letter, Amazon has to send some sort of information about the product being purchased by that particular customer. So so that data will flow into our marketing cloud data model. So so suppose Amazon has asked me some personal informations in the form of sign up form, and we have filled and we have submitted. So that data suppose is getting stored into a customer table. Okay, now again if I went and purchased something, so that purchase data will be getting stored into a different table called purchase table. So now if we want to if we can establish a relation between these customer table and purchase table, that is a relational database system. If we can't establish any relationship,
Okay.
that means that is a non-relational database system. So lists are the non-relational database system in which we can't relate one, two or more lists to each other. So suppose when we are getting when we are getting a sign up data, we have a data extension or we have a table wherein we are storing customer ID, the primary key of that customer, first name, last name, email address, and everything. But when that customer ID purchase some product, into the product or purchase table, we are storing customer key as well as the products which is purchased. So in both the table, customer table and purchase table, you will see primary key as customer key. So this is a type of relation between two tables. So this is the contact or data extension based data model. So two type of data model marketing cloud have relational data model and non-relational data model. Relational data models are nothing but the contact or data extension based data models. Non-relational data models are the list based data models. Understood?
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got it now. Thank you.
Yeah. So now why we have two type of data models? Marketing cloud, if you think of that relational data model is a beneficial data model in which we can distribute our data. Okay, we can create different data extensions, one customer data extension, one purchase data extension, one product data extension, one other type of data extension. So we can create different data extension and we can link them. So that was good approach because we have the ability to distribute our data into our system and can utilize those data. But Salesforce has also introduced one non-relational data type data model, that is list-based data model. So why they have introduced non-relational database model? Because the records which you are storing into a data extension are not your subscribers. Who is a subscriber? Who has given consent to send him or her marketing communications from their preferred channel. So suppose I am a customer or I went into Amazon and signed up. Amazon will ask me to check a checkbox. That checkbox, and there is a short message written. By clicking this checkbox, you are giving consent to Amazon to send promotional newsletters, contents, offers over the email and mobile number you have sent. You must have seen this message, right? So when I go and I
Yes.
check that consent, I become your subscriber. Okay. But how marketing cloud will identify that the record which is present in your data extension is your subscriber or not? How marketing cloud will identify? So the data, when you are storing into a data extension, when you will be utilizing for suppose sending emails, then that record becomes your subscriber. and will be placed into a subscriber list. That list is called all subscribers. You have seen all subscribers?
Yeah, so basically when we create a data extension, we'll be asking for the relation model if it wants to relate to subscriber key or the other key. So if we are listing it as an relates to subscriber on subscriber
Send
all
relationship,
subscribers, then
yeah.
it will be related.
So what is the significance of that send relationship? We will study in detail, but yeah. So when you define this send relationship to a data extension, right? When you define
Mm-hmm.
this send relationship to a data extension, what does that mean? That so after you define a send relationship, suppose, and you send an email, what happens? That record first gets added to all subscribers. Then email is sent. Why it is added to all subscribers? Because Marketing Cloud wants, if you have a subscriber, it should has a status. Okay, it should be an
Yes.
active status,
Yeah.
held status, bound status, or unsubscribed status. In data extension, you cannot have status field. There is no such provision. Though you can create custom field and you have to manually add the status every time. But when that record is stored into a list, then that list maintains subscriber status. Okay. So
I
in
gotcha.
yeah. So um so that this is the main reason Salesforce has introduced two type of data models. So data extensions are the custom data models and lists are the standard data models. Data extensions, you can create as many custom fields as you want. You can have plenty of, not plenty actually, around 8 data types like text, number, boolean, date, local, um, the phone. So around 8 data types you can have into your data extension, but in list you have only 3 type of data types: text, number, um, and I should say date. So let's try to first log in into Marketing Cloud, and then I I, I will be explaining in more details. Okay. So let's try to.
Okay.
So did you find this information helpful?
Yeah, it is helpful.
Yeah. So I will be starting from what I can think of, what I should tell you first. So I wanted to tell you about data model. Then we will try to build data model, and then we will see how to create emails and everything. So I'll go and log in into mc.exacttarget.com. I'll check my username.
I hope you can use the sandbox which is provided to us.
Right. I am going to use the same. Okay. So we were talking about data model. We talked about list-based data model and data extension-based data model. But see, I have 5 years of experience in Marketing Cloud. So I will be giving you, or I will be providing, I will be emphasizing on those points like which most of the clients tends to follow while implementing Marketing Cloud. So let's not see about a list-based data model. Let's try to understand more on a data extension-based data model. Okay. First, let's
Okay.
try to build our data model. We will be starting from data extension or contact-based data model. Then we will see how that data will be utilized into our lists and what are the significance of using that data as a list-based model in future. But suppose you are an e-commerce company, okay? You are an e-commerce company. Suppose you are an Amazon. You want to build a data model in which you want to store a customer data and you want to store the purchase data, so that that data is stored in your system, and whenever a new purchase is made, an invoice is sent. In that invoice you will have customer's first name, last name, the product purchased, the bill amount which is purchased, which is generated for that particular customer. So in order to build such type of data model, we will have to go with an approach of data extension based data model. Why? Because data extension based data model is a custom data model which Marketing Cloud has given us to implement, and we can have relationships between two or more tables. Okay, so as we have an e-commerce requirement, our data will not be coming into single table, but we have multiple table, because we can't maintain all the attributes into single table. So that will give us a performance issue. You cannot create a table. You can create, but it will deadly affect your system performance if you include everything into a single table. So as per our requirement, we have to design it such a database data model in which we will be using we will be storing customer basic details into a separate table, and we will be storing the purchase data into a separate table. So in order to build our data model, Marketing Cloud has provided a builder called Contact Builder. Sorry, this is Content Builder. Marketing Cloud has provided a builder called Audience Builder. Under Audience Builder, we have Contact Builder. So before utilizing our data to email, mobile, social, journey, and everything, we will have to first create a data model and have to establish relationships. Where you will be doing that, you will be using Audience Builder. Under Audience Builder, you have a Contact Builder option. So you go and click on Contact Builder. So this is a place where you will be creating your data models. Okay.
Okay.
These data models will be made available into individual studios as well. You must be aware of data extensions are present into Email Studio, but as so but as a best practice, in order to build our data model, we'll have to go to a specific channel, because we don't want to create a data model specific to Email Studio. We have mobile as well. We have other type of studios as well. So we want to build a centralized data model. So that data model we can use in each and every studio. So instead of going to individual studio and building the studio specific data model, instead of going to Email Studio and building data extension and everything there, we will have to get a centralized approach. So we will come to Contact Builder. You can find Contact Builder under Audience Builder.
Okay.
Yeah, so it takes time to load actually. You will have to be patient with Marketing Cloud. It's quite a slow platform. You must be aware of this. So
Yeah, we don't have this kind of issues. Like it will be slow, but not this slow. I don't know why this is very slow.
yeah, maybe they haven't given me appropriate permissions or denied something. That can be an issue, but no worries. Let's try.
It should be basically an admin user. Otherwise, we cannot do much.
So if you are able to open, can you check?
So I'm just checking. Where did they post the username and password? Do you have any idea? I'll go and check it out.
Actually, they pinged me over WhatsApp. I believe the same applies with you, or I don't know.
I think they have sent me to my email ID. I'll check it out and then open. Just give me a
Sure.
moment. I just logged in. I'm able to open it very fastly. If you want to share my screen, I'll share my screen.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, so this is
right. So there you will be initially creating your data model, the custom data model you will be creating into the contact builder. Okay, you can find it under the audience builder. So now in contact builder you will see certain navigation items like data designer, all contact, data source, data extensions, and imports. So we will be using data extensions to build our tables, because we have to build our tables in order to store the data. So we will be going to create two data extensions now. If we will be going to create customer data extension, and we will be going to create purchase data extensions. So you can go and create any folder there on your name, and let's try to use the same folder for future as well. You go to drop down, just write your name and create a folder. No, just right click on the data extension.
Yeah. That's not the way we create. I'm not seeing any option here to create a folder.
No worries.
Usually
Then
will be given an option.
let's try to have it into any folder you want. But let's remember that folder. So you can create it here itself. Only 25 data extensions are there. So yeah. So see, whenever you are going to create a data extension, nothing came up. Can you click on next ones? Because it has to show a window, properties window.
Yeah. Nothing is in there.
Okay, can you go to your roles and try to check what is the role assigned to you? Assign Marketing Cloud Administrator under your setup. Left hand side you will see users. User, now go to user. Search your username, click the checkbox. SFMC user 20.
SFMC.
Yeah, you can find it here itself. The 1, 2, 3, fifth user on the top is. Yeah, just click that checkbox. No.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, manage roles. Okay, can you try to select?
Yeah, it's an admin.
Can you try to select that under business unit? Can you click that drop down? Yeah. You click that drop down. Yeah, nodal trends. Okay. Now go to edit permission. It will open.
Like there's no access for me to all the edit permissions. Because even I'm clicking, nothing is happening.
It should open. Let's wait for a minute. It should, because I think there is a permission issue which is resolving into abnormality into that dialog box.
Data extension, create, update, delete, manage data extension, transfer, clear. I have the access here. Create, view, update, delete.
Let's see.
Okay.
Okay, you have now go expand that data extension part. Go to subscribers. Yeah, date. Not here. Go to contact builder if possible. Contact builder or audience builder. You can see. Owned audience and that. Okay. Now try to check for data extensions if you can see. So go to subscriber drop down. Subscriber, yeah. Data extensions. Every permission is allowed. Try to refresh once. Yeah, you can do it this way as well. Have you worked on MScript?
No, I don't have much experience with them.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Try to create now. Check. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So see, whenever you go and create a data extension, the creation, it will ask for a creation method. So in that creation method, you can choose create as new, create from existing, and create from template. So we won't be seeing any of the tools existing and template, but we will be creating from new itself. Now write down the name, like customer data. Give it the name, customer data. Perfect. This field must be unique. Customer data. Give it un underscore one.
Give me some so that
Sure.
we get to know what is.
Yeah, fine. So you will have to specify the name of the data extension. External key will be auto-populated. Now at the bottom you can see is sendable option. So what is
Yeah.
sendable? If you want to use this data extension to send emails, or if you do not want to send. So in our case, we are going to build two data extensions, right? One we will be storing first name, last name, customer key, email address, and phone number of that particular customer. But in second table, we are going to store only data that we will be looking up in order to create emails and SMS. So the second table would be purchase data, in which we will only have customer key as well as the product ID and the bill amount. So we can't send emails to that data extension because that purchase data extension is not having email address and everything. There is no specific channel specified. So that data extension can be a non-sendable. That why because we are telling system that we don't have to send emails to this data extension. But if you have to create, if you want to send emails to a particular data extension, that must contain an email address field, email address data type field. Or if you want to send SMS messages, that must contain a valid phone number field, and that data extension should be marked as is sendable. So customer data, we will be storing each basic information about our customer, and we are going to send this data extension email and SMSs. So we will be marking it as sendable. So now click on is sendable. Similarly, you can, if you want to use it as a test data extension in journeys, you can use it, or in normal test ends, you can use it. So you can mark it as testable as well. So basically, we will be using is sendable only. You can keep it is testable, no worries. Click on next option. Yeah. So now what is retention setting? You will see this retention setting on and off. So suppose I have a requirement wherein my company follows a strict policy of, I should say GDPR. You know what is GDPR? General
No, I
Data
don't have idea.
General Data Regulation Protection Act. That means companies try to follow GDPR compliance, they keep data about a particular customer about maximum 3 years. See, you cannot have your database piled up with old records. See, the record which was created 25 years ago, or suppose 10 years ago in your system, and if he is not an active user of your I should say services, then you should delete that record, right? Because that is unnecessarily
Mm-hmm.
increasing burden on our data capacity of the system. So we have introduced a retention policy in which, when you click on, in which we will let system know when to auto delete a particular data, up to when we have to retain the data, and up to when we have to delete that data. So in data extension we have this retention feature as well. Click on option first. Yeah. So if you click on retention settings on, you will have three options: individual records, all records and data extension, and all records. And below you can see retention period 6 days. So if we turn also, my company is a strict GDPR compliant company. We don't want to keep any personal data about a customer more than 3 years. So what I will do, as soon as the record is created in my data extension today, okay, that data I want to be auto deleted after 3 years. Similarly, if any record is created tomorrow, that should be auto deleted from this data extension after 3 years, because you cannot keep on piling the data for more than 3 to 4 years, which is not relevant or which is not current to your business. So
Okay, I have just a small question here. So
yeah,
if we are turning it on and we are giving in data retention period for 3 years, so what does it actually do? After 3 years completed, so currently it's 2022
right,
February 1st, right? So
right.
in 2025, on February 1st, will the data, will that particular
Will be
subscriber
deleted
get
from this data
deleted
extension, right?
automatically?
Right. So suppose five
Okay,
subscribers signed on
so
1st February 2022 at 25, all those five subscribers will be auto deleted from this system, from this data extension.
so if the subscriber, so like how will it delete? So basically, does it check if the subscriber is active or not, or else it just goes
No,
and
no, no.
deletes the
It
subscriber
will
even
just
though it is
wipe.
active?
No, no. That leave about that subscriber active and everything. We will come to subscriber part later. We are only talking about data
Okay,
extension now. You please,
okay,
uh, suppose you don't know anything about the subscriber status and everything. Just consider you're just allocated to build a data model first. We will see how to utilize our data further. Okay, so we have a
okay. So
requirement.
basically, that particular so
Yes,
so basically that particular data record will be deleted
right,
from this
right,
data extension table.
right,
That's
right,
it.
right,
Okay.
right. So, so if you want to, so suppose after 3 years you want to delete individual records, that means those records which were created, suppose today, five individual records created today, five will be automatically deleted after 3 years. The second option is all records and data extension. So from the date this data extension is created, after 3 years, all records will be deleted and data extension will also be deleted. So this is not the option which we are going to choose, because we don't want to delete the data extension. Neither we are going to choose the third option, all records, because we want to only delete those records who have passed 3 years of life cycle, right? So we will click on
Okay.
individual
Okay.
records and just increase the retention period to 3 years. You can, yeah. So this you will, whenever you will work with clients, you will do some consulting work. Okay, whenever you get a new platform implementation project from scratch, you'll have to do a lot of consulting works. So this is the most important point you have to check with your client. What is the retention policy your company holds? Do you have any retention policy? Because if in case, because it is mandatory for every company nowadays to have a retention policy. Failing to adhere that policy, people may sue that company and it has to pay a legal penalty, huge legal penalty. You can search about GDPR compliance if you have a free time. You can search about that. You will get more details about that. So we'll have to keep this retention setting. But as of now, you can turn it off because we are just doing a demo type of thing, or you can keep it on as well. But once set, you cannot modify it. Like it is
Yeah,
not
I
recommended
got
to
to
modify it.
understand.
Yeah. Now click on next
Okay.
option. Next option.
So
So now you
is this GDPR specific to country or it's specific to
GDPR first
complete
arrived
any
into
company?
No, GDPR first arrived into UK, but nowadays it is being practiced in US as well, but not that much strictly as they are being followed into UK. And slowly that has also come up in India as well. See, you must have heard that government is restricting companies to share the data of a particular customer. If customer do not wants to receive any communications, government is proposing for a do not disturb service as well. So these all comes under GDPR compliance.
Okay.
How
So currently,
yeah.
because like I currently work for a financial company. It's basically a bank.
Yeah.
So financial corporation, we do not have any retention policy turned on. So I'm
No,
just trying to
for
understand. That's the
for
reason.
no, see, for financial sectors, insurance sectors, you cannot have this retention policy turned on. You will only be using this when you are a retail client. If you are dealing a lot of
Got you.
people on daily basis. Suppose Lakme, L'Oreal, these all are the retail brands. Plenty of people come on daily basis and plenty of people leave. But banking client, insurance client, they are the fixed clients. We cannot delete their data. So depends. That is why I told it is a type of consulting thing. If now you are working with financial client, the client which I am working is a pharmaceutical client. That means they are into
I
consumer.
get you.
Yeah. So they
Okay.
have this policy there. So now we'll,
Got
based
you.
on our need, we will
Good
turn
to know.
on or off and click on next option.
Okay.
So now marketing cloud, this is the fields you can define here, and we have the data types. Data types are nothing but the type of data you are going to hold into a particular field of a data extension. As we are creating customer table, we want to store some basic customer information because that customer has initially signed up on a website. That data will flow into this data extension. We'll have to define the fields to hold that data. So try to write first field as customer ID, because we have to give a unique ID to our customer, followed by first name, last name, and everything. Customer ID. Yeah. Text, and this customer ID should be a primary key because it has to be a unique. Just yeah. The second will be the first name. Yeah, data type will be text only, because customer ID should be alphanumeric. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So now the second thing which we are going to store is the first name of that person. First name of that person, that is also a text. Okay, last name of a person. Yeah, this is also a text. And now we want to send them communication, so we will be asking email address of that person. Email address, and email address should be of email address data type, because how system will understand this field is containing email address. System is not a human, right?
Yeah.
So customer ID is also text,
Yeah.
first name also text, last name also text, so it can't understand. Now phone number also we want to send SMS as well for order confirmation. So the data type will be phone. Marketing Cloud has a specific data type for phone as well. Choose phone number. So we want to, no. Phone number should not be text. Yeah. And we also want to store which country this customer lies. So we'll have a country field as well. For country, we have a local field. The last one. What is local? UK,
No,
US, US.
okay.
Abbreviations of
Okay.
country is known as local.
Okay.
Right. So now we have created the fields. in which we will be capturing basic sign up details of a particular customer. Whenever this customer goes and sign up, customer ID, first name, last name, email address, phone number, country will be stored. So now, as we discussed that we are going to send emails to this particular data extension, because this data extension is the only data extension which is containing email address field, as well as we are going to send SMS also for product confirmation. So we'll have to define a send relationship. Now, what is this send relationship? Okay, so in send relationship,
Okay.
now understand what is a list. Okay, you have a brief idea about a list. In a list, what all are the things you see? In every list, you will see email address and subscriber key. Okay, rest anything can vary, but these two information into a list will remain constant in every list. Why? Because when when a new record comes into this data extension, suppose, okay, when I go and create a new record, my system, Marketing Cloud, doesn't understand if this is a subscriber or not, because my system is only will only treat a record as a subscriber if it has a status. Okay, the status are active, bounced, held, or unsubscribed. Four type of statuses are there. So if
Yes.
if there is no status field, my Marketing Cloud cannot identify this record as our subscriber and will not send email, because we only send emails to our subscribers. Do not go and randomly send email to anybody. We cannot purchase a list from a third party vendor, like give me a list of 10 lakh or 20 lakh email addresses and I blindly go and send them emails. That is a wrong practice. We have to generate the data first. We have to get the leads. We have to get the email addresses from the websites and everything. So when that email address comes and when that record comes here, Marketing Cloud do not by default treat that record as a subscriber. So we have to define a send relationship. Why we have to define a send relationship? When we are going to send any email to this record into this data extension, Marketing Cloud will pick the field which you have defined into send relationship. So suppose we have defined customer ID into our send relationship. So Marketing Cloud will pick this customer ID, will create a record into all subscriber with the customer ID as subscriber key. Marketing Cloud, all subscriber do not have customer ID field, they have subscriber key field. So Marketing Cloud will try to register this record as a subscriber, then it will send email, because you cannot send to an email to any person who is not a subscriber. So this the record entered, the new record was is created into this data extension. You have defined a relationship that this customer ID should be treated as a subscriber key. Okay, so with the help of send
Okay.
relationship, Marketing Cloud will pick this customer ID, will register your subscriber with a subscriber key, which is nothing but the customer ID into this data extension. Now, the second most required part is that okay, we got the customer ID, which email address, where is the email address? Because you're going to send emails, so you must require a channel address, email address. So Marketing Cloud will search for a email address data type field. That in order to register that record as a subscriber, Marketing Cloud has picked customer ID as a subscriber key from send relationship and will pick email address from the email address data type field and will register that record as your subscriber with active status, and then it will send email. Understood?
Okay. Yeah.
So a catch here is, what if you define two fields as email address data type? Marketing Cloud will get confused which email address data type they should consider to send email, and it won't register any record to all subscribers. So when you are going to build a sendable data model, sendable data extension, make sure you only have one email address data type field, you have only one phone number data type field, you have one customer ID field, which will be primary key, and that primary key field should be part of your send relationship, so that that primary key field is considered as your subscriber key, and the data or value present into the email address data type field should be considered as email address, and these information will be utilized to register that record as a subscriber in all subscribers and with the active status, and then Marketing Cloud will send emails to that particular record. We will try to see it now. Understood this? What all are the features we have into data extensions? We saw
Yeah.
what is sendable. We saw what is retention. We saw what is send relationship. We saw what are the type of data extension. Now click on complete option. So this will create a data extension. Similarly, we are going to create a second data extension to store our purchase data. Okay. Now suppose a customer has purchased some product of X amount. Try to create a data extension now. Okay, perfect.
You want to have the customer ID and all?
Right,
Same field?
definitely, yeah. Because we want to get the data of a particular customer ID, the purchase data of a particular customer ID. No, why email address? This is the purchase data extension, right? We are not going to send emails to this. The product name and bill amount. Which customer ID has purchased which product and what is the bill. Three things we are going to store here. Bill amount, right? Bill amount can be defined as number data type, right? And you have defined this data extension as
Maybe
send.
decimal.
Bill
Maybe
amount,
decimal or number.
let's keep it number. You can create it decimal as well. Let's try to do simple mathematics. Okay. Now, please do not, you don't have to use this data extension as sendable data extension, right? Because this data extension does not contain
Yeah.
email address, phone number field. So we don't want to send emails to this data extension. This data model we are building to store the data only. So go back and
Okay.
turn off sending option. No,
Okay.
do not cancel. Go back. Yeah. One more time. Yeah. So this data extension we will be using to store the purchase history. Now click on complete option. Perfect. Okay, perfect. So now let's try to upload few data into this data extension, into both data extensions. Create as now what do not add a record. Suppose we have a mailing list of 5 people. Okay, we will see how to insert that data via API as well into this data extension. So because we are going to study marketing automation, right? So data should be a real-time approach. But as we do not have any,
Okay.
yeah, you know how to use Postman and all API testing softwares. Just checking.
Yeah, I have worked on. No, I have already worked on a couple of API integrations with the trigger send. So yeah, I have an idea of how to use the Postman.
Okay, perfect. So now, okay, try to create a Excel file. Try to uh, try to create 4 to 5 records into that Excel and then upload it. Or what you prefer? You can, okay, you can add 2 records manually. No worries. Let's study with only 2 records. You know how to upload the data into data extension, right?
Yeah, I can upload using the import and I can do that.
Yeah, using CSV file. Okay, no problem. Define that data manually. Customer ID, give it customer 1, your CUS 1, yeah, the first name, yeah,
You want first one? Okay.
first one, yeah, first name for first one or name one. F1, you can use it F1, last name L1, last name L1, email at the E1 at the rate gmail.com, E1 at the rate gmail.com, E1 at the rate gmail.com. Phone number, you can do it anything. Write down any number. Yeah.
There is another one I sent in address.
Nice.
Yeah, and I also have another point in mind. If this query is giving this source along with the other sources also, just to simplify the code, we may have to use the new additional source query that I sent you. We may have to test it. Because if we merge this query with
If you need more records, then I can upload it.
No, only these are fine.
It was a pop-up. I did not read that. Okay.
Again, click on save, you will get that. So I think CT
Review
is
your
not
data
a
and
valid. CT is not a valid country code, I guess. Write down IN or something. Now click on save. Okay, phone number. Can you try to?
How many digits of phone number have to be?
It depends. It supports up to 18 digits. So save option. Minimum 4, I think. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So we have created our customer record. Now try to add some more records. But before that, I just want to show you. So now as we have created 3 records, can you check into all subscriber if this record exists or not into Email Studio? Suppose if we are going to send emails, can you check if this record is added or not?
Okay.
But it should be added or it should not be added? What's the probability here?
The subscribers will have the whenever we send the email, it will be added to the all contacts. But when we are not sending, it will be just added to all subscribers.
It will be? Sorry?
No.
It will be added.
Then we are send. Yeah, it will be added to all subscribers, but only when we are sending out the emails. No, when we are sending out the emails, it will be added to all subscribers.
Right.
But when we are, but even though when we are sending using the all subscribers, while billing, actually we will be billed for the all contacts.
No. See, okay, fine. So if we added that record, go to all contacts. How a contact?
You want me to search here first?
Yeah, you can. Zero records. Why? Because we haven't sent email and system has not utilized send relationship to register it. So this all subscriber is all email subscribers, right? because this all subscriber is only for email. You cannot see any phone number added to this table. All subscriber, you will only be so for every record which we are going to create into contact builder, that will be a centralized record. That record may or may not be a subscriber into individual studios. For example, if we create that record and if we send emails, then that record will be added into our all subscribers email studio. Okay, that record will be treated as all uh, it will be treated as your email subscriber, but that record will not be added to all subscribers of mobile. Every individual studio has their personal subscriber set. Okay, until and unless
Okay.
you send any communication from that specific channel, that record can't be treated as your subscriber. So if we haven't sent any email, it can't be treated as our email subscriber. We haven't sent any SMS, it can't be treated as our SMS subscriber. And if it can't be treated as our subscriber, that means that can't be treated as our billable contact. Go to all contacts and try to search for that contact key. You won't find that.
Will not find because we did not send an email yet, right?
Right.
Once we send the
Because
email, it will be reflected here.
Marketing Cloud generates bill on subscribers, not contacts, or not single records. So if that record becomes your subscriber, that means that record is added to all contacts into contact builder. You know what is all contacts or and all subscribers difference between, or
So
I will.
yeah, like you can explain more, because whatever my understanding is like the all contacts will be having the contacts from all the studios. It will not
Right,
have
right,
only
right,
for email
right,
studio. It will be having for all the studios.
right, right,
And that is and we like when we are
right.
when we are deleting, if we have any duplicates or anything, we will be going to that all contacts and we'll be deleting the contacts from there,
Data.
which will
Right,
be
right.
reflected
Contact
back
data.
on all the
You're right.
yeah.
So see, so suppose we didn't send this email, this record didn't become our all subscribe, didn't come into all subscriber. That means this record is not our contact, because you told that all contacts hold information for the subscribers for the individual studios. So if that subscriber exists in email studio and mobile studio, that both will be shown into a centralized structure, all contacts, right? But this record is not
Yeah.
present into email studio, that means that record will not be present into all contacts. If we send email to this record, then this record will be shown into all contacts and will be shown email as a channel. But if you send more SMS also from to this data extension, then that record into all contacts will also show SMS channel, associated channel, right? Go
Yeah.
to audience builder, contact builder, I'll show you. Now go to all contacts, audience builder, contact builder, and go to all contacts. Yeah. So you told that contact builder holds the subscriber information across studios, right? Contact builder will hold
Yeah.
the information if that record is existing into email channel, mobile channel. So you, at the left, bottom left, you will see channels, marketing, mobile connect, mobile push, email, bottom left. Yeah. So these all are the channels, okay, which from which the contact can flow into all contacts. Understand the flow, okay, Soumya. Understand the
Okay.
flow,
Okay.
because yeah, you created data extension, you have inserted a record. That record is not automatically created into all subscribers. You define send relationship, make it sendable, send emails. That record will become visible into all subscribers, and all subscribers means all email subscribers. Then that channel will be registered for that contact here into all contacts. Okay, similarly you will send SMS, then it will become your SMS subscriber into a mobile studio, and that record will be shown as a as a new channel into this mobile connect. So the record will flow from data extension to all subscribers, data extension to all mobile subscribers, and then it will flow to all contacts, and it will be shown as a specific record. It will be shown as a centralized record which is existing in both studios. Okay.
Gotcha.
So this is the flow. So let's wrap up now and let's try to see tomorrow how we can create an invoice, because we have our customer data, we have our product data. Okay, we haven't created the product data. Let's try to create it now, and then tomorrow we will try to use this data to populate to create an invoice from audience builder, content builder. Try to finally create that.
You need to have the product data, right?
You already
Customer
created
data,
that product
customer.
data extension.
Okay, so what do you want me to create?
Just populate 2 records there. For so you have created 3 customers, right? Suppose 3 customers have created certain products and about certain amount. You have customer data, and then you have product data. I think you have created, or
If we are allowed to create a folder, that would be easy for us to.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can try to check from email studio if you are able to create the folder. That will be
Yeah,
visible.
I'll try, and then I'll be pushing it. For now,
Okay. Yeah, purchase data somewhere. Yeah. Yeah. So just include those customer IDs and write and include some products and bill amount. Click on add option. And yeah, so use the same customer ID which you used into customer data, because those customer IDs have purchased some products from us. So we will be storing those customer IDs. Cus 1, Cus 2, Cus 3 were there.
yeah. So do we have this in like case sensitive, or they are not case sensitive?
No, it should be the same structure. It should be the same format which you have stored there. Because customer ID is the unique, right? I'll have to explain you how to use AMScript and all in order to create emails, dynamic emails. That is why
Yeah.
uh, because we have a
Okay.
scenario
So
wherein we have to
product.
create invoice. Yeah.
Okay.
Right,
So
product name like
we'll choose.
AirPod, shoes, bag, handbag, anything. Write down any bill amount, 2,000, 3,000, anything. Yeah. Yeah, fine. So we have our customer data and we have product data. What we will do, we will try to create an invoice and try to send emails to this to the data extension, and let's see about how the data will flow from subscriber to our to all subscriber, and then it will flow to all contacts. Then we will see about data designer and all. Okay, we will study in detail
Okay.
content builder first, then we will move to individual studios, because this is the most important part in marketing cloud, content builder. It will also have data sources. We will also integrate Salesforce and Salesforce object and everything. First, we will be building our strong data model, and then we will be studying about individual studios, and then we will be
Okay. Sounds good.
automating everything and creating journeys.
Okay.
I have a
Sure.
step. Yeah, I have entire flow in my mind. So we'll see tomorrow. So are you finding this approach helpful? Because I haven't started from
Yeah,
the.
this is
And do I have to
yeah,
prepare
this
some?
is helpful.
Yeah. So see, what we can do is you can share your screen and you can try to perform those activities which I will be telling. So it will boost your confidence rather than me reading the content and showing performing from myself. If you want to do it from yourself, I will be dictating it, and will that be helpful for you?
Yeah, this is a better approach so that I will be getting like if I'm doing, I'll be getting couple of more doubts, right? So this is a better
Right,
approach that you can
right.
follow.
Right. So let's meet the same time. We'll follow the same approach then.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to visit our Vimeo page and follow for more upcoming videos.